Hey guys, it's Itro here, back with the last part of the Galarian / new type forms for all Gen 2 Pokemon. And to be a true Pokemon master, you have to catch and draw them all. So let's see what spicy randomized Pokemon we have today. First we have a pair of pink Pokemon, starting with Miltank. And the new type is Ice. It's a lot more fluffy now because it's based on a muskox, and since they live in the Arctic parts of the world, they're fluffier to be able to withstand the cold. I just thought that would be fitting for an ice type. And you shiny hunters out there will also notice that the colors are taken from its shiny form. And the icy moo moo milk that you get from Ice Miltank is said to make the most delicious ice cream in the entire world. And pink number 2 is Blissey. New type is Electric. So Blissey is kinda based on a nurse with its little apron. But this one has switched jobs and has become an electrician. And more specifically, it's based on the engineer trainer class from the Let's Go games. Because it's like the old electrician in Japanese or something. It said it on Bulbapedia, they would never lie to me. Electric Blissey is only ever seen in Pokemon centers working as electricians, making sure everything is running smoothly and the regular Blissey nurses and Joy can heal all the Pokemon without trouble. You don't see them live in the wild because they simply don't live outside of Pokemon centers. And now we're finally at the legendary Raikou. And the new type is Dragon. And I'm going to talk more about it, but I want to present them all to you as a trio first. So next legendary beast is Entei, and the new type is Grass. And the third one, Suicune, the new type is Fairy. Okay, so even though they're all random, I want to try and string them together so they work as a trio. So we have the big brute force in Dragon Raikou and the light magic force of the fairy Suicune as kind of opposites on the spectrum. And then there's Entei, who brings balance to the trio by being the earthly middle element. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but I tried. I also wanted to keep their dog-like qualities and bodies so they don't look super different. And the reason I gave Entei a cherry blossom crown is because the tree is originally from Johto, which is the most traditionally Japanese region, and cherry blossoms are a popular symbol for Japan. I just thought I would be like a cute little nod to it, I don't know. And I switched to yellow and black for Raikou to make it a little more edgy and cool. And Suicune got the girly, fairy treatment, and I slapped on some heart shapes and stuff. I think it's kinda elegant still. And the trio is still a roaming trio. They travel the region and don't really have a set purpose other than to act as protectors of their fellow Pokemon. And okay, next Pokemon, it's the legendary Larvitar. Wait, okay, no, it's not legendary, but it's a popular Pokemon. The new type is Water. They can kinda walk on land, but they're not great at it. It's a very rare Pokemon, but if you find one, you'll probably find a whole group of them because they live in small packs. They're quite flighty and will disappear at the first sign of threat, and the only sure way to find them is to run into a group where one of the pack members has evolved into Pupitar. Pupitar parks itself at the bottom of the ocean and simply won't move. Its spikes deter predators, it can shoot them out and regrow them in an instant. And because it doesn't move, it's dependent on the rest of the Larvitar to bring it food while it's in this stage. Which means for the periods it's in the Pupitar stage, all of the pack Larvitars will return to the same spot, and trainers might be able to catch one of them. It seems, however, Pupitar leaves the pack once it evolves into Tyranitar. And the water Tyranitar lives somewhere deep in the ocean, which is why it's so incredibly hard to find. They can work perfectly fine on land as well, but for some reason they've never been observed on land in the wild, only with lucky trainers who has managed to get their hands on one. So scientists theorize that they live at a secret location, maybe an island or an underwater cave that humans have yet to find where they can walk around freely. And it's now time for the last stretch of legendaries. First out is Lugia. New type is Electric. Lugia is already a perfect base, so I think just changing the color and some smaller details is all that's needed. Lugia already felt like a monster of the skies, to me at least, so just adding some thunder powers is just very appropriate. And let's look at Lugia's buddy, the glorious rainbow bird Ho-Oh. New type is Water. So now Lugia is the legendary of thunder and Ho-Oh of rainstorms. And I think that's a pretty neat combo. It also makes sense for Ho-Oh to be connected to rain because a rainbow is only visible when it's raining. Hence the name, Rainbow. Whenever they meet, there's definitely a big thunderstorm, and they both strike me as like nice Pokemon, so I think they'd probably avoid seeing each other so they won't hurt or inconvenience the people or Pokemon of the region. However, if there's a threat to the region, they will team up to protect it. So people in this region see thunderstorms as a sign of protection from their nice legendary Pokemon. And now all we have left is the tiny mythical Pokemon Celebi. And the new type is Ice. Ice Celebi is the protector of the woods, but in a snowy place. Like around Snow Point City in Sinnoh, but probably somewhere else because this is not a Sinnoh Pokemon. Instead of being able to travel through time like a regular Celebi, it can instead freeze time temporarily. An Ice Celebi itself can of course move around when everyone else is frozen. In fact, the time freezing has no effect on any Celebi, including regular ones. And Celebi is the last Pokemon from Johto, so probably side hack, we're finally done with all of them. So thank you all so much for watching the whole series, and I hope you enjoyed it and liked at least a few of my randomized type drawings. So I don't know, leave a like and comment and all that if you want to. I mean, I'd really appreciate it. I read all comments and stuff. So thank you again, and bye!